Everybody, this is Albert with the Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to talk about one of our new teas, one of our April new teas, the Duchess Gray. Now before we begin, if you haven't visited us here in Green, Texas, outside of New Braunfels, Texas, halfway between San Antonio and Austin, come visit us. We'd like to meet you. It's either me or Casey here every day. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so these episodes come fresh to you, and post a comment. So Duchess Gray, here's a picture of it. You can see it loose leaf. It is a black tea with orange. Now, this tea is normally called Lady Gray. So you can guess from the gray part of it, it's not called that because it's gray colored. It's because it's a variation on Earl Grey. Now, we can't call it Lady Gray because a certain well-known large multinational tea corporation copyrighted the term Lady Gray a long time ago. So you will see variations of Lady Gray have female aristocratic names before it. Empress Gray, Duchess Gray, Viscount Gray, Countess Gray, whatever. Now, what is the actual tea? So historically, Lady Gray would have been Earl Grey with orange or lemon and orange and lemon pieces in it. So that is the historic Lady Gray. Now our Duchess Gray is not that. We like to mix things up here. We like to change some things on the classic kind of famous custom blends. For example, Rose Petal Black, we use Lobster Saichong, a pine smoked black for our Rose Petal Black. And you look at our Butterfly Rose, that's a white tea. We put rose petals and butterfly pea flowers. So Monk's Blend historically is one that uses grenadine, but we use pomegranate. So we like to change things up just a tad. So in this blend, we're actually not doing Earl Grey. We have a blue flower Earl Grey here at the tea shop. We're not using that and then putting in orange and lemon pieces because honestly, I did that on the first kind of batches, the first drafts, and I didn't like the way it tasted. So I decided, because I felt like the bergamot that was in the Earl Grey. So Earl Grey is different than a classic English black tea because of bergamot. Bergamot is a lemon type citrus fruit that's grown historically in northern Italy. If you ever go to Milano, if you go to Milan, there's a town called Bergamo outside of it, but really most of the bergamot is grown now in Turkey. That's globalism. But I tried that, I didn't like the way it tastes, so I stripped it back and I used the historic English breakfast blend and then added orange pieces, organic orange pieces, and some organic essential oil that's orange as well. So if you didn't go to the video on what is English breakfast blend, the historic one is going to be a third Assam, which is a strong black tea from the eastern part of India. It's going to be a third Ceylon, which is a brisk, kind of lighter black tea from Sri Lanka, and then a third Keeman, which is a classic, ancient black tea from China. That is the historic blend. So in this Duchess Gray, it's that blend with orange pieces and with orange essential oil. I've talked about in the English breakfast blend video what are some of the problems with the classic multinational corporation tea English breakfast blends, but we're not going to spend time on it right now. Now, how would you brew our Duchess Gray? Our Duchess Gray, 200 degrees, I would do. You can get away with full boil, but I would ideally do 200 degrees. I would do a 5-minute infusion and reuse the leaves at least one time, at least. This can be a tea that you can cold brew if you want that kind of orange black tea infusion, or you could just drink it hot. So in closing, Duchess Gray is a variant of Earl Grey with orange, but really it's a variation for us of the historic English breakfast blend with orange. Steep it about 200 degrees for 5 minutes. If you like it really, really strong, you can leave the infuser in there as long as you want. It might be a little bitter, but it'll be really, really, really robust. You can add milk to this tea, and certainly you could sweeten it to taste. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and God bless.